Namaste, Amisha Srishovitya. I, Kevin Gaurav from the Faculty of Field Therapy and Diagnostics in the Department of Diagnostic and Community Health in the discipline Radiology from the IIT Vidyabhut Women's University. Today we are discussing a session that is important or useful session for application of radiation imaging technique or radiographic technique and general radiation physics. So today's session will be helpful for the student to know or understand the general radiation physics or production of X-rays or any type of particles or rays or the positioning of patient. Okay. Namaste. In today's session, we will discuss about the pelvis, both hip, AP and frog lateral views. It is covered in the course radiographic techniques of whole body in BSc second semester. Okay, let's discuss about the pelvis, both hip, AP and frog lateral view. So the AP pelvis view is a part of pelvic series examination. The iliac crest, okay, the upper part of the pelvis, iliac crest, sacrum, proximal femur, pubis, ischium, and the great pelvic ring. It examines these type of bone or part. Okay, indications for performing the pelvic AP view. This view is of the considerable importance in the management of severely injured patients presenting to emergency. Emergency department means it is when it is performed when the patient is severely injured by incident, any trauma condition, okay, any type of accident, okay, any type of slippery or slipping or accident or any type of fall of patient. Okay, so it is related to the emergency department. It helps to assess joint dislocation, okay, and fracture in the trauma condition, as well as bone lesion and degenerative disease. Okay, the patient positioning for chest pelvis AP view. So the positioning of patient. So the patient is in the spine position. Lower limbs are internally rotated. 15 to 25 degrees from the hip. It do not attempt or perform if a fracture is suspected to demonstrate an AP view of the proximal femur. Okay, the fracture, technical fracture, the central point of central ray should pass through the midpoint of the anterior superior iliac spine and the pubic symphysis. Okay. Collimation laterally to include skin margin, superior to include the iliac crest. Okay, iliac crest. Okay, inferiorly to include the third of the femur. Means 1/3 part of the proximal, 1/3 part of the femur. Orientation of cassette should be in landscape. Detector size 14 by 17 inches. Exposure factor. The cavity is in the range of 60 to 70, or it varies and depend on thickness of the part. And the MAS is in the range of 20 to 40. SID, source to image detector distance 100 centimeter or grid. Yes, grid is used because large exposure factors are used in this view. So the image technical evaluation, what we can evaluate after taking this radiograph for imaging, entirety of entirety of the bony pelvis is imaged from superior of the iliac crest to the proximal shaft of the femur. Okay, obturator foramen appears symmetrical. Iliac wings have an equal concavity, greater trochanter of the proximal femur are in profile. Okay, so we can see the greater trochanter. There are two types of trochanter, greater or lesser trochanter. So we can see the greater trochanter. Or 1/3 proximal femur is covered and the pelvis is whole covered in this view. So the practically internal rotation can be achieved with the use of the tent belt over the lateral edges of the patient's feet. If one of the foramina appears closed, the patient could be rotated away from the image center on that side. Okay. So the next is the frog lateral view. Frog lateral view is a special radiographic of the pelvis to evaluate the hip. Some departments will perform the routine visit of AP view with pelvis view to reduce exposure and maintain high diagnostic accuracy. Indications for taking the frog lateral view of pelvis. Bilateral examination allows for better visualization of hip joint and femoral neck. It is almost exclusively used in the pediatric population. It is an important view in assessment of slip capital femoral epiphysis, partial deviation. Okay, patient position. The patient is fine with no rotation of the pelvis. The affected limb flexed at the knee approximately 30 to 40 degrees and the hip abducted 45 degrees. If unilateral, the heel of the affected limb should rest against the medial aspect of the contralateral knee. If there is a bilateral examination, both knees are to be resting on a sponge, giving the appearance of frog leg. Technical structures: lateral projection, centering point midway between the anterior superior iliac spine and the pubic symphysis. Collimation superior to the iliac crest, inferior to the proximal third of the femur, as like the epiview lateral to the skin margin. Orientation should be landscape, detective size 10 by 12 inches or will vary depending on the patient size. Exposure factor is in the range of 60 to 70 or the factors are 16. MS factors are between the 16 to 30. SID 100 centimeter, grid highly variable due to the view being a specialized pediatric projection. Image technical evaluation, what we can evaluate through this view, the entirety of the bony pelvis is imaged from the superior of the iliac crest to the proximal shaft of the femur. The obturator foramen appears equal, the iliac wing has an equal concavity, greater the trochanter of the proximal femur are in image, present in image. Okay. So, thank you. Namaste. In today's session, we will discuss about the leg bone AP view. The tibia, fibula, anterior-posterior view is a part of a 2D series of the entire tibia, fibula, and both the knee and ankle there. Okay, so leg bone AP view images the tibia and fibula. Okay, in AP position indications that tibia fibula AP view is performed for evaluation of lower leg in patients who have suffered from trauma or are suspected to have a foreign body or bone lesion, including osteomyelitis. If one is concerned about the ankle joint, the ankle series is more appropriate. If the knee is the point, focus the knee series. So in case of any injury in the knee, so knee AP or lateral view is performed. An ankle in ankle series, the ankle AP and lateral view is performed. Patient position: the patient may be supine or sitting upright with their leg straightened on the table. The foot is the dorsiflexion. The toes will be pointing directly towards the ceiling. So next is the technical factor. Technical factor: central point, midpoint of the tibia. Collimation laterally to skin margin, superior to the knee joint, inferior to the ankle joint. Okay. Orientation: portrait, diagonal depending on the limb length. Effector size: 14 by 17 or 17 by 14 inches. Exposure factor: it is between the 50 to 60 kVp, or MAS is in the range of 4 to 8 MAS. As IT 100 centimeters, so to make effective question, grade no, because technical factor is less. Image technical evaluation: the tibia and fibula are demonstrated in the safety position in their entirety from the knee joint to the ankle. The lateral and medial malleoli of the distal fibula and the tibia are in profile. The tibio-talar joint is spaces and the knee joint is open. So next is the fracture one. The view can be thought of as a literal anterior posterior of the tibia. Okay, so the session is over. Thank you. Now, in today's session, we will discuss about the ankle, AP, and lateral view in the radiographic techniques of full body visualization and the basic technical structure. So let me start. The ankle AP view is part of the series of the views. It is used to visualize distal tibia, distal fibula, proximal talus, and proximal fifth metatarsal. Okay. So indications: the true anterior posterior view of the ankle is often performed in the setting of ankle trauma and suspected ankle fracture, in addition to the lateral and mortise view of the ankle. Indications: assessment of the fragment position and implant in post-operative follow-up. Evaluation of fracture healing. Evaluation of tibiofibular clear space and overlapping suspect syndesmotic injury. Evaluation of hinge-point deformity. In addition, this view can show bony disease or lesion of the distal lower leg, talus, and proximal fifth metatarsal. Patient position: the patient may be supine or sitting upright with their leg straightened on the table. The foot is in the dorsiflexion. The toes will be pointing directly towards the ceiling. Technical factors or exposure factors: the central point, the midpoint of the lateral and medial malleoli. Collimation laterally to include a skin margin superior to examine the distal side of the tibia and fibula inferior to the proximal aspect of the metatarsal. Orientation should be portrait. Detector size is in the range of 10 by 12 inches. Exposure factor 50 to 60 kV, or MAS is in the range of 4 to 8 MAS. SIC 100 centimeter grid, there is no grid used, or grid is not used in this view. Image technical evaluation, or what we can assess that distal fibula should be slightly superimposed of the distal tibia, the lateral, medial malleolus of the distal fibula and the tibia are in image. A tibio-talar joint, where the tibia or talus join with one another. So tibio-talar joint space should be open, where the full mortise joint should not be visualized on the AP position. But factual points. This view can be sort of literal anterior posterior of ankle. Point most patients will be naturally placed left foot in the position. The next view is the ankle lateral view. It is a part of the series position. The position is used to assess the distal tibia and the fibula, talus, navicular, cuboid, and base of the fifth metatarsal and calcaneum. Indications of projection as evaluating fracture, dislocation, joint effusion surrounding the ankle joint, and helps to assess the severity of a calcaneal fracture by measuring the polar angle and Giessen angle. Patient position. Patient is in the lateral recumbent position on the table. The lateral aspect of the knee and ankle joint should be in contact with the table, resulting in the tibia. Lying parallel to the table. The leg can be bent or straight. Foot is in the dorsiflexion. Place the opposite leg behind the injured limb to avoid over-rotation or rotation. So the exposure factors are mediolateral projection. It is a mediolateral projection, centering point the bony prominence of the malleolus of the distal tibia. Collimation interiorly from the hind point hind foot to extent of the skin margin of the most posterior portion of the calcaneum. Superior to examine the distal third of the tibia and fibula. Inferior to the skin margin and the plantar aspect of the foot. Orientation should be portrait. Detector size is in the range of 8 by 10 inches. Exposure factors are 45 to 55 kV, and the MES is in the range of 2 to 6 mm. SID 100 cm so to image separation for grade no grade and there is no grade use. Image technical evidence. What we can evaluate, the distal fibula should be superimposed by the posterior portion of the distal tibia. The talar dome should be superimposed, allowing for adequate inspection of the superior articular surface of the tail. The joint spaces between the distal tibia and talus is open and uniform. Okay, this session is over. In this session, we have discussed about the ankle anterior lateral view and view. Thank you. Thank you. The session is over. I think you are satisfied with this session. If you have any query, then put it into the comment box. I will resolve it later. Thank you. This session is over. The session is powered by digital version 2.0, JOC Vidyapith Women's University, Jaipur.